I'm going to show you just why there are situations in the black community that proves to us that we can never, right now, come together as one collective to get an agenda across a finish line. And it all has to do with the church. Roland Martin and Pastor Jamal Bryant is going to tell you better than I ever could. A few days ago, the National Baptist Convention, I'm not going to get into the history of Cogic, Church of God in Christ, and the National Baptist Convention, NBC. I'm not going to get into that history. But just know that a lot of black churches are under the Cogic Incorporated label and the National Baptist Convention label. And you see this headline, the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated, the nation's largest black denomination, is under fire for accepting $300,000 from Target during national boycott. And it wasn't just NBC. It was Cogic and one other denomination, large denomination of black churches. 300,000 divided between three black large incorporated church heads. You can say that's roughly 100,000 apiece, right?
Target's generous donation will help us provide scholarships, support senior citizens, and invest in entrepreneurship programs uplift our people. Y'all, you can't do all that for $300,000. So for 300 grand, you're gonna do scholarships, invest in senior citizens, and entrepreneurship program? Do y'all know why this is a dumbass statement? Because the reason Target is being boycotted is because they are going against their commitment of investing $2 billion annually in black-owned businesses. I'm sorry, what are black-owned businesses? Those are entrepreneurs. So let me ask y'all a question. $300,000, $2 billion.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this whole thing play through and listen to Pastor Jamal Bryant give his take at his church. Now, mind you, Roland Martin said in his show, and I can't put everything in here because I got to clip this stuff, but he said in his show that Pastor Jamal Bryant is not the only person leading this boycott. There are about 3 or 4 other leaders spread throughout the country that have come together as a collective to do this Target boycott. So it's not just Pastor Jamal Bryant, though he may seem like the face of it, he's not the head of it. But listen to what he has to say about this whole thing.
President of the National Baptist Convention, I said, Rev, we can't go out like that. We are selling ourselves short. He said, Jamal, give me a couple of days. Let me get the board together. I said, bro, you can get your board together, but Sunday morning I'm going to the mic and I got to say something. And you got to give me something to work with. He said, Pastor Bryant, give me a couple of days and I will do it. I said, you got 1 week to send me in writing that the Baptist Convention stands with the boycott, stands with the oppressed, stands with the marginalized, stands with the nameless and faceless people who are on the front line. $75,000. Baptist Convention, I'll write you a check. You can't sell yourself out for $75,000.
Yeah, it was roughly between $100,000 and $75,000. It wasn't a lot of money. And if you watch Roland Martin's show, he breaks it down and tells you how much that comes out to be per church.
I need somebody to explain to me how taking $300,000 that you're going to use on senior citizen, stuff for senior citizens, scholarships, and entrepreneur programs. Tell me how far that's going to go. The National Baptist Convention has 31,000 churches. That's what they claim. Y'all, the $300,000 in my speech on Friday, I said that comes out to $9.67 a church. Well, now we know they didn't even get 300,000. We now know the National Baptist Convention USA got 100,000. That means with $100,000 divided by 31,000 churches, that comes out to $3.22. Hold on 1 second. That's $3.22. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do this here. National Baptist Convention USA, Cogic, and missionaries. Let's see. That's $3.22 per church. That's 100. I got 200. I got 300. I got 350. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 450. 2, 3, 4, 5. 550. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 650. Okay? I got $640 right here. So that means that for your $3.22, that means I can assist, I can assist about 200 of y'all churches. Have your 200 churches email me and let me know who I can send $3.22 to.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe that money is going to go to the church. I believe Target gave that money to those pastors so they can go out and say, we're the head of Cogic, we're the head of NBC, we're the head of the missionary, and just say, and pocket that money so they can put that brand behind Target and say, okay, well, since the NBC and Cogic are behind Target, then we should get behind them and go shop at Target. Every time you have black people trying to push this country forward, there's always other black people out there willing to go to the quote-unquote other side to profit from it. And Target knows this, so they're trying to do a divide and conquer strategy. If they can divide the black community by shelling out certain dollar amounts to certain people, that can fracture the black community, fracture the message, and people start shopping at Target again, and nobody knows what's going on with the boycott. Not all black people are Republicans or Democrats, but there are some tokens in both parties. And just right now, for me, there are a lot of black people in MAGA solely there for the exposure and the money. Candace Owens is one of them. And what they would do is they will go against the black agenda just to suit those MAGA people. It's the same way in the black church and with black people as generally. You got black people trying to push this nation forward as a collective, not just for black people, but by helping black people, you help the nation. The Civil Rights March and the Civil Rights Movement, that was for black people by black people, but it pushed this nation forward so nobody would be discriminated against.
Raise your hands, come on! Raise your hands!
You don't get to vote for Donald Trump if it wasn't for black people fighting for civil rights.
Over the last couple of weeks, Target been playing in my face. Been hiring internet influencers to go online, rappers and artists and athletes to play and to broadcast outside of Target and in Target, thinking we ain't gonna say nothing. But you ain't got to talk directly to me. All you got to do is watch the rerun of The Color Purple. Until you do right by me, nothing you do is gonna work.
And the reason why Jamal Bryant is right in that assessment is because now, in 2025, black people know the game. It's like with that Montgomery brawl that happened a couple of years ago. Black people have always said, had that been me, I would have did, well, in that situation, black folk got the opportunity to show their cards. And black people are doing it now. We're saying, we see you over there on the other side. And that's gonna only make us double down on this side. We know you over there tap dancing for them because you feel like you can get the bag over there. We're not gonna buy it over here. So by you going out there, Cogic, and by you going out there, NBC, and taking those pennies, when you know damn well Target had committed to $2 billion, but you just wanted to line your pockets, that's only gonna make us double down and not go there at all. Congratulations, you played yourself. What do you think?